find everything we need to know about who Charlie Kirk truly was. He was a missionary with a noble spirit and a great, great purpose. He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent. And I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erica. But now Erica can talk to me and the whole group, and maybe they can convince me that that's not right, but I can't stand my opponent.
Hey, y'all, Gravity. Any day above ground, live it. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your Monday. It's a brand new week. Now, apologies yesterday. I tried to grift some views off this memorial, but my other phone was dead, and I was hoping one of these apps that I have would be able to let me screen share like we do on the StreamYard, but it didn't work. So there's that. We figured we do it today. Now, we're not going to play the whole thing. We're going to have a frank discussion. We're going to play some clips. We're going to get some commentary on what people thought about it. But I think, let's start it off with this, because I know MAGA gonna run up in here because I have their name as one of the hashtags. If you're Black American, Caribbean, that's on code, African on code, put a 1 in the chat for me real fast. I want to see something. Because today we're gonna show something. We're going to show two things actually that are actually 37 years apart, but they're actually very connected. And this is how ingrained Black society is as a whole. The melanated folk that are actually the first progenitors of this planet. So if you're Black American on code, or Caribbean on code, African on code, put a 1 in chat. I want to see something. And good morning to the room. How y'all doing? I always forget to ask that. And let me look. I already got a few ones. Okay. Who remembers this? This absolute classic. Now it doesn't want to work.
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder?
One more time for those who didn't know or didn't hear it.
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder?
There was a lot of wickedness at that Charlie Kirk memorial yesterday. A whole lot of wickedness. And I guess, like I said, I've been doing this growth journey for a while. And though I'm agnostic, I do believe in a higher power. And like I said, yesterday, me not being able to stream that, maybe the Most High was looking out for me. And over the last couple of weeks, maybe even a few months, I've been feeling the shift of this world. I'm not going to get all preachy, but there's something afoot. I think 2026 might be the year. I'm just saying. So for those who were here at the beginning, you heard what Trump said. Then there was this thumbnail. This is what I made the thumbnail. This picture here. And I saw the video of him walking in with this. See this here? This is where the Most High and his only begotten Son come down to earth, and they do a tag team and beat the hell out of this man. Because not only did he drag this into it, they need to beat security for allowing him to go into the building with it. And then they beat him some more because we know after he did this, he took it back home or put it on the truck with the Confederate flag, and he tried to find a black house to burn it. We just gonna call it what it is. This is the kind of blasphemous imagery that they talk about in that book they supposedly read. And they're doing it in the face because they think that they're not going to get judged on this. The Lord works in mysterious ways. They don't act. And I said they, I'm talking about the Most High and his Son. They don't act immediately. This is what? This is the evil. This right here, this is the evil that the Lord told his prophets to make sure that the rest of the world looks out for. Look at his face. He must have saw the Most High somewhere. He's probably over by the concession stand. And the motherfucker said like this here. That's how he said. Oh, look, we finally got one. John Crosby, I'm evil. Okay.
Hold on. How y'all disrespect God? How did y'all disrespect God? Ain't it evil to live backwards? Let me bring that backwards. I need y'all to grasp it. Ain't it evil to live backwards? Let me bring y'all disrespect. Hold on. How y'all disrespect God? How did y'all disrespect God? Ain't it evil to live backwards? Let me bring that backwards. I need y'all to grasp it.
Y'all not ready. Listen, y'all not ready. This is why Black family, that's why we here. That's why we connected. We have our differences. But when we drop some shit like that, everybody feels it. How did y'all disrespect God? Ain't it evil to live backwards? You can't claim you are from the cloth of the Lord and do this. Do y'all not remember that the evil and the wickedness made this man carry this to his gravesite, the place of his death, and you walked in with this? This does not count as a rebirth. Maybe y'all need to go read that book again. Remember, they put that man in the dirt and he rose. So let's put y'all in the dirt and see if you get up in 3 days. Let me see. And no amount of baptism or fake ass toilet / New York City / chemical laced water is going to purify you. Y'all keep playing. Y'all gonna go in them waters and you're gonna burn. Keep playing. Yes, sir, Ryan. I've been to church. And you know what else they teach you in church? How to speak correctly. Now write that sentence again and speak it with proper English. Look, this is them.
Trash left outside of Charlie Kirk's memorial in Glendale, Arizona. People left water bottles.
I guess y'all don't love thy neighbor, huh? All right. You got home malls over here, and you got the city. They're going to have to clean up after you dirty asses. Y'all crazy. Go ahead.
And chairs, they left wagons, they left snacks, all of it just littered across the
Talk your
ground.
shit, AB.
Has a no back.
Look, as soon as I started playing this, look, about 140 of them left. What's the matter? Hey, why y'all mad that I played that? Hold on.
Y'all disrespect God. How did y'all disrespect God? Ain't it evil to live backwards? Let me bring that backwards. I need y'all to grasp it. Ain't it?
Why y'all mad that I played that?
Bag policy, not just clear bags, no bags. And that means folks who were out here since early this
Correct. You're right. It is better than burn buildings. Go complain to your cousin, the white man that did that in Minneapolis.
morning, just left all their stuff out here. I don't know who's going to clean it up. Crowds of literally hundreds and thousands of people are just walking over this trash.
Don't this look like a third world town somewhere? This is Arizona. Glendale, to be specific. Maybe even Phoenix. That's crazy. They put it in the gutter. Family, they blocked up the sewer.
on their way
right.
to the security check. Look at all this trash.
Wrong. See, here we go, official. My hood, they're actually revitalizing it. This is actually a beautiful hood. Now, I don't like the fact that they're changing the 2-lane road for a damn bike lane. Them bikers gonna get their ass smashed, but pause. But they're revitalizing it, putting up new street lights and everything else. We understand for you, though, it's a boon and a blessing for you to pay all them taxes where you live at, for them to take all your funds and all they produce for you is one new tree. Wow. And y'all have a whole celebration and a ribbon cutting for them planting that one new tree. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Tree brings life. It's okay. It's quite all right. We're going to help y'all.
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder?
Talk your shit. Hey, MAGA, why don't y'all help out the garbage people? I know they don't work on Sundays, but goddamn. Y'all couldn't pick up after yourselves? Oh, you were waiting for the Spanish people that live in Arizona to pick up for you. Oh, okay, I get it. Here you go.
Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do.
I ain't gonna hold you, family. I don't wanna expand this. Give me a
For
second.
they not know.
I don't want to expand this, but do y'all not see the blackness in her eyes? I ain't even gonna hold you. And this ain't no diss. I'm being dead serious. Do y'all not see the evil behind this woman's eyes? Say less.
Know what they do.
Oh, look at Patriot Vader. Are you that scared that you can't say the N-word? Oh, look at them. They're scared. It's all right. I know you're stuck in the mental hospital. They won't let you outside to touch grass because the last time they did that, you tried to run into traffic. I understand. It's okay. Just say the N-word. Free yourself. Listen to her.
I forgive him.
Huh? Wait a minute. Whoa. That man took your husband and your children's father away from you. Ain't no forgiving. No. That person took half of you away. No. And I don't care. Even God wouldn't forgive that. When they were doing wickedness, did God forgive the people or did he send the flood? Everybody gotta feel consequences. No. If I'm you, Erica, which I'm not, I say I want to see this man and I'm choking him. Are you mad? No. Wrong, JT. If Jesus was forgiving, he wouldn't have got mad at the people over the money table. Even Jesus got pissed off. Try again. I think y'all need to start reading that book. Everybody get tired. Y'all ain't finna sit up here and tell me somebody take away one of your family members, they're talking about you gonna forgive them. Hell no. First thing we doing is we riding. The hell? Y'all talking about y'all gonna forget somebody taking away your husband or wife. Get the hell out of here. Y'all, I see. Black family. I tell y'all about these fake Christians around here. I be telling y'all that. Most times when somebody kill one of your family members, somebody got to talk you off the ledge. Y'all ready to go out there and ride. Y'all ready to violate that first amendment, that first commandment. Thou shalt not kill. Cut it out. Fuck out of here. You see how they be lying to you, family? They come in here with that wickedness. Hey, we got y'all. We got something for y'all. We're gonna get y'all right this morning.
Disrespect God. How did y'all disrespect God? Ain't it evil to live backwards? Let me bring that backwards. I need y'all to grasp it. Ain't it?
Now go ahead and lie to me some more. And look, hold up. They took away their people. Listen, all these people in here love Charlie Kirk, right? That fool took him away. They gave this woman a standing ovation because she said that. What? What if I said for 2 weeks, family? He's better to them as a symbol than a human being. That's crazy. Give me some more.
That man,
Mm-hmm.
that young man,
Mm-hmm. Give me some.
I forgive him.
Listen to the clapping. Look at it. Look. Shit. Everybody in that room should get an Emmy. Every single one. Nasty work. Bet you she wouldn't have said that if he was black. I said it, now watch. 400 people finna leave. I'll say it again. If that was a black shooter, she would not forget that man. What? They be riding. Fuck out of here. That's right. For those who don't know, yeah, this is a channel that is #1 for black people. You don't like it, you can leave. I don't care no more. I'm tired of being nice. I gave y'all 2 weeks grace. I watched for 5 years. Y'all disrespect a black man. I just watched them talk about, oh, in Congress, October 14th will be National Remember Charlie Clerk Day. That's right. I said his name correctly, Charlie Clerk, because that's what he was. He punched in, he punched out, like everybody gonna do eventually. Look, they over here talking about they had 200,000 people in a stadium that hold about 73. I tell you, they be lying, boy. Look, this looks like the RNC. I ain't even gonna hold you. Let me help y'all since y'all don't understand what I just said before we play old JD Vance. I'm going to leave you with a life lesson. Everybody has a 2-week notice. Everybody. You better live your life correct.
Charlie suffered a terrible fate, my friends. We all know it. We all saw it.
We better not find out later in about a decade that there are files that y'all... Never mind.
But think, it is not the worst fate.
You see how 300 people left when I told them that you got a 2-week notice?
Disrespect God. How did y'all disrespect God? Ain't it evil to live backwards? Let me bring that backwards. I need y'all to grasp it. Ain't it?
What's the matter? Y'all went to go crack open your Bibles and fake act like you love that spirit up top and his only begotten son? Go ahead. Give it to me.
It is better to face a gunman than to live your life afraid to speak the truth.
Thank you, Shar, for proving my point. Y'all don't listen. All y'all do is hear. You better rewind me and figure out what I said.
It is better to be persecuted for your faith than to deny the kingship of Christ. It is better to die a young man in this world than to sell your soul for an easy life with no...
JD, what did you do? Oops. What? You got to give JD credit. He's keeping sure of the griff. Listen to what he just said. He just exposed his griff.
It is better to die a young man in this world than to sell your soul for an easy life with no...
This was also the same dude who said on Twitter yesterday that he's talking more about religion in 2 weeks than he's done in his entire life. Yes, sir, you sold your soul for power. Yes, you did. Because you sat there for years saying how Trump was bad. Now, all of a sudden, you were being floated around as the possible VP. You started changing your tune. Never deviate from your grift. But now you got to hear the new grift. I see it, though. I see it. Keep going. Give me some more.
No purpose, no risk, no love, and no truth. Christ told us in the Gospel of John, I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world...
Look, the white supremacists are mad, boy.
But take heart. I have overcome the world.
Look. They just picking out Bible verses, boy. Who told you to do that? Was it Palantir's AI or ChatGPT? Which one? Give me some.
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder?
Talk your shit, Aunt Esther.
Charlie took heart, and now we must do the same.
Oh, don't worry, MAGA. Tomorrow, I'm going to make y'all the star of the show again at 3 o'clock. We're going to put y'all under the spotlight. We're going to show y'all who the real victims are. Oh, we got the crime family. We got it. I think we got enough. We're going to talk about that white on white crime. We're going to show you who the victims are, boy. Let's go. Give me some more JD.
I've seen so many of you say, so many on social media.
Look, 100 of them left after Aunt Esther said something.
Do this for Charlie. For Charlie, we will speak the truth every single day.
Wait a minute, watch this. I'm the idiot, right? That's what they calling me, but they here giving me the views. You about to make YouTube love me again. Call your friends, call your wives. Tell them to take the titties out. Give me some more. We might fuck around. I might stay for another 40 minutes and hit 100,000 again. Keep doing it. I appreciate it. Let's go. Give me some more.
For Charlie, we will rebuild this United States of America to greatness.
Greatness.
For Charlie, we will never shrink, we will never cower, and we will...
By the way, this is how the cult always starts. You got to drink the Kool-Aid. They said they saw the one that they did in Madison Square Garden. They wanted to do it bigger. They went to the desert. They said that it rained in the desert. You know what that means when it rains? Give me some more. What else we got for that Charlie Kirk? Y'all praising somebody who was getting schooled by college students. It's all good, though. Hey, wait a minute. Let me ask y'all MAGA a question. Why y'all ain't let Candace Owens go down there and talk? Look, they said Dennis Prager was watching the memorial from a rehab facility. All right. Look, Jason Whitlock, look. He said it. Never apologize for loving Jesus Christ. Never apologize for loving America. Never apologize for being a Christian nationalist. You hear him? Never. I want to live in an America where what we just witnessed at the Charlie Kirk Memorial is normal. Normalize that. Huh? You forgot to normalize peanut butter.
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder?
Let's go. Look. Look at this.
Of attending Charlie Kirk's memorial, and I thought I'd give some immediate reaction to my experience there. And I'll begin by saying that I feel profoundly privileged to have witnessed everything that I saw.
There they go with that idolatry again. Thou shalt not worship false idols. But commandments mean nothing to them.
To see the name of Christ being lifted up, to see the gospel.
The name of Christ. Oh my God. Keep going, sir. Keep going.
Being front and center.
Keep going.
To see politicians not pushing their Christianity to the fringes, but bringing it to the forefront. That was powerful.
Y'all had how many Sundays to do this and you didn't do it? You had how many Mondays through Sunday to do it and you didn't do it? Boy. Black American family, I'm gonna holler at you. It wasn't one of these things that your predecessors talked about, how you guys wouldn't be able to practice religion unless there was a white man involved in the middle somewhere? And they always had that one or two black people in there to spy to see so you could go tell massa. Why am I getting vibes similarly with this? By the way, God was black.
To see forgiveness on full display. I mean, that moment that Erica Kirk speaks about forgiving the assassin that murdered Charlie was just powerful. It was unbelievable.
Okay, let me ask MAGA a question. Do y'all forgive the dude that took a shot at Trump? I'm just asking a question. I'm trying to see where y'all thinking is. Did y'all forgive the dude that took a shot at Kirk? Now, Erica did. Did y'all forgive the person who took a shot at Trump? And I hope y'all realize, since she said she forgives that man, he finna get off. That's how white supremacy works.
But beyond that, you could just feel in the room that something is afoot. People seem to be reckoning with truth. They seem to be...
What's the matter, Smoothin'? You don't like the fact that people are starting to recognize that black people have done a lot here, even though you tried to tell us that we didn't do shit here except crime? Have you felt it? It's funny that you brought that up, because we were the only ones on the planet keep talking about how them cops, y'all don't care about them. Y'all swear up and down y'all love them cops. Back to blue and all that bullshit. You had 3 cops get killed last week and y'all weren't talking about it because you were more worried about Jimmy Kimmel. That's interesting. Y'all's first term around with Trump, y'all were loving on small businesses. All of a sudden now, y'all out there fighting corporations. No small bit. Y'all had, let's see, he won in November 2016, came into power January 20th, 2017, came back into power January 20th, 2025. And we're here now on September 22nd, 2025. Where is y'all small business annex? Where is that Rolodex? Where is that website? Where is it? Because I can find you the black one. Where's the one that says this is MAGA affiliated and coordinated and curated. These are all small businesses. We need to get away from these corporations. You fuckers went over there and bought stuff off of Amazon to go praise Charlie Kirk. You can kiss my ass. You guys are fake. You guys want to be Hollywood elitists. I understand it. They get money, privilege, and power. You want that. But that comes with a price. And if you're not prepared to pay that price, you're going to get eaten alive. And I'm here for it because you don't listen. Now let's get it.
Reckoning with the meaning of life and what it looks like and what it means
Now,
to live life.
Now, Wallow J, you should have left the one with the gay list. You should have said it. I mean, I ain't never seen a gay list type. I never seen it, but you know, do your thing.
Really matters. I don't think Charlie's life really is a challenge to many people in that sense.
What about your life, sir?
Of true meaning because it was rooted in Christ, because it was rooted in what is true. And he lived his life without apology, and he didn't seek permission from anyone but his king to do what he did.
You mean Trump? Remember, they were running around saying King Trump.
And I think that should invigorate all of us to live our lives to the full, not just, not treating it like a private affair. Christianity does not belong in the fringes because Christ the Lord is King.
You see how they blasphemy? You see the blasphemy. Oh, Lord. Okay, let me help this African since he don't understand how this works, since his people over there has been colonized with white Christianity. I'm sorry, the European Christianity. Let me say it like that because there are Hispanics in Europe. Let me just say it like that. Sir, you want to know why a lot of people were turning away from Christianity? Because people like you perverted it. A lot of people like you took God's words, took his prophet's words, and twisted it to fit your own narrative, and it didn't sit right with people. And y'all consistently keep doing that. That's why people walked away. That's why people like me have become agnostic, because the people that are supposed to help others along pervert his words, like Charlie Kirk did. Just because you could recite some Bible verses does not mean you are a follower of Christ. And I'm going to just say it again. We're going to find out maybe in the next year or two that Charlie cheated on his wife. I want y'all to explain it to us then, how that's cool, even though that's one of the commandments. But again, I know what y'all going to do. Y'all going to hypocrite it. Because that's what you do. I want to see you hypocrite from the pearly gates. I want to see it.
And that means everything that we do, everything that
Cool.
we pursue,
Damn, I wanted to block him, Marlo J. You too quick.
be aimed at the
Block,
highest
block,
good.
block, block, block.
It's my firm belief that Christians ought to be the most ambitious people in the world.
No, that's what AI is for, sir. Next, watch. AI is so dangerous, they're gonna have Jesus, they're gonna have his voice saying his verses. You watch what I tell you.
It's my firm belief that Christians ought to be the most ambitious people in the world. Christians ought to be the people at the forefront of culture, leading it, building institutions, doing things that actually influence the way people think and the way people feel.
He tried that, didn't work. Now did it? Why? Because y'all are unbalanced.
And Charlie did that so powerfully. The thing is, we don't really need a platform like Charlie to be faithful. A lot of us need to be faithful with the current opportunities that God has given us.
You mean the influencer agencies and organizations like Turning Point USA? Because those are man-made. They're not controlled by the blood of Christ. But, you know, y'all are going to convince yourselves of that. Keep going.
Reaching our friends and our families, reaching our neighbors, just anyone that God has given around us, given to us, anyone that's around us.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the kinds of people that we should be seeking to reach.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it looks like.
Nene, I think he was working the door. I think he was one of the deacons. They're saying this was like a church service. He must have been one of the deacons.
To be faithful. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like to be fruitful with the time and things that God has given us.
MAGA white liberals.
And it's just time that as Christians we stopped asking permission from God's enemies to be it's time we stopped apologizing for our king being on the throne.
You mean Trump? Because y'all not talking about the king called Christ.
And it's time for us, I think, to seize this moment to really decide.
No, Wallow J, just hide him.
To seize this moment to really
Let him chill. Hey, you know what? This is what we gonna do, family. Just hide him for about what they give you. Let me look. I ain't gonna block nobody. Let me look something. I'm gonna see something. Let me see something. Put user in time. Give him 5 minutes before you block him. I want to see something.
In a profound way. Just a little light has the power to devastate the greatest darkness.
Nigga, what? The littlest light. No. Have you not read DC's Dark Knight's Metal? They tried that. It didn't work. Let's not do that. You have to stop proportionate evil with proportionate justice and righteousness. Don't do that. This one against many bullshit don't work. You don't have the power. That's why they call it the army of God, not the soldier of God. Try again. You see how they're perverting it again?
Now imagine what all this collective light can do. If Charlie was that one light that had this potency, if Charlie was that light that God's enemies couldn't stand, wow, how much more could be achieved if we all assumed our duty to speak the truth unashamedly. So that's my prayer.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm sorry I put y'all through that. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Look, they go Mammy Steele.
Kirk just left the stadium after Charlie Kirk's memorial service.
Where is your husband? You're supposed to still be on your honeymoon. Let's go.
And I'm so grateful to have been able to attend a million amazing events through the years. Nothing compares to this. First and foremost,
Why do you have this blue bow in your head? And you're wearing a red shirt. What are we doing? Okay.
I want to give so much credit to the Turning Point USA team, led now by CEO Erica Kirk. They put on this event in a week. The stadium was packed, 80,000.
There was something I wanted to say there, but I'm going to be respectful this morning.
People, another 20,000 outside. They told me that they had, I think, 250,000 ticket requests. It was incredible, and the staff was awesome.
You know what else happened in a matter of weeks? January 6th.
It took us almost 3 hours to get from downtown to the stadium itself this morning. Our driver, Ahmad, said that he's done 3 Super Bowls. He's never seen traffic like it. Not one car was honking their horn. Kindness throughout every single part of this event. And once you got inside, I don't know. I'm not being dramatic when I say it was life-altering, life-changing.
Life-altering, life-changing. Lord. Life-changing, life-altering. Okay, Mammy Steele. Okay. All right.
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder.
You took your vows before God, and then a week later, you talking like this. Let me understand this. You stood before a man of the cloth and took your vows under the auspices and the eyes of the Lord and his only begotten Son, which at that point is supposed to not only purify you of your past life because you're going into a new one, but you're supposed to be joining your hearts and spirits with the person that you are committed to spending the rest of your life with, even though you've been married before. But okay, fine. And a week later, you're telling me your life changed again. It got altered because you went to a memorial service that is actually an undercover ritual. But y'all want to tell me y'all follow God. Which God you serve? Because it's not the black one in the Bible. I wonder if he has 3 heads. I wonder. And kind of resembles, man's best friend. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Faith, so much spirituality, so many mentions of God. This is as devastating a tragedy as
I can't hear no more.
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder?
By the way, before we leave Mammy Steele, screenshot. Because that's how she's going to look at the pearly gates when they ask her about this. Why did you blaspheme in my father's name? St. Peter going to be like, well, he's asking you a question. You want to get in, you got to answer it. That's the look she's going to have. And this husband ain't going to be able to save her. And the one that's already probably behind the gate, he probably with the new wife that he met up there, he not going to save her. So that's going to be crazy. And you know what's going to happen when she don't get in? She's not going to go to hell. She's going to get hit with a golf ball. But we're going to continue. Now, here's the other thing I needed MAGA to explain to me. Why did y'all parade y'all's kids out there this whole weekend? I'm just saying. I understand it's Charlie Kirk, and I understand y'all went as a family. I saw a lot of kid photos with MAGA hats on this weekend. I don't like that. Why are we exploiting the children? I don't like that. It didn't sit right with me. Y'all talking about all these people want to put chapters of Turning Point USA in these colleges. I thought colleges were woke. But again, you guys are woke, right? So it's be expected, I guess. But why y'all putting y'all children out there in Front Street to be harassed by the internet? Why would y'all do that? Do y'all not care about your children? Your seeds, your progeny? I had to get her some black woman yesterday because of that. Talking about, because of the Charlie Kirk thing, we couldn't get to go, but we're all going to church. Okay, great. Black people go to church every Sunday. Who cares? We didn't need you to do a video about that.
Disrespect God. How did y'all disrespect God? Ain't it evil to live backwards? Let me bring that backwards. I need y'all to grasp it.
Nasty work. Look, here we go. If we want things to change, it's 100% necessary to politicize the senseless murder of Irina Zaruska because it was politics that allowed a savage monster with 14 priors to be free on the streets to kill her. Cool. They just politicized untimely passing. Will be nice. And they've politicized it. Now what? But I'm sure you'd accept that, right? Look, somebody said their message is about peace, love, equality of opportunity, tolerance, inclusion, justice, and liberty. Lie, 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 and lie. And we'll prove that first one, well, not the first one, because we already know they're not peaceful, We saw January 6th. We know we're not loving. I could show you that one right now, actually. Equality of opportunity. Ask some black conservatives how that's going right now. Tolerance, okay. I think everybody can give an example of how MAGA is not tolerant. Inclusion, you saw how they treated black MAGA during the election cycle. Justice. You gave J6ers pardons when you said you weren't. And liberty, they want to destroy this country on behalf of foreign powers. But let's talk about this love real fast. I don't know if y'all saw it, but this tweet I saw last night, and I was laughing my ass off. It's all our favorite ghetto gagger turned black conservative because she figured out that white money is better to get off her knees than on them. She figured out that you never deviate from your grift. Shakira Soul told the entire Twitterverse, which is not a real place, I also feel like everything black conservatives have worked so hard towards is slowly being destroyed day by day. It makes me sad because I consider most of us to be fairly docile, kind-hearted people. Docile, you say? Fam, I'm glad she said that. Now, I expect every black conservative to come outside and tell her how wrong she is, how they fervently defend black conservatism, even though they can't tell you what it is. She basically called black conservatives docile. For those who have never been in this channel before, I know. I have a saying here. You let them talk long enough, they'll expose themselves. I'm glad this African finally said it. Because Africans, shout out to them, they are a wealth of truth when it comes to exposing themselves. In this case, she did it by proxy for black conservatives. And you can tell how the black conservatives as a whole don't even with the African side of black conservatism. They don't promote them. They don't even talk to them. They'll give a Caribbean like Candace Owens a little bit more leeway than they'll give someone like her. And remember, she was hot last year. Not one of them brought her on the show to talk. Not one. She called y'all docile. She understands when y'all start barking and you start asking questions, they're going to turn on you. So, yeah. From her observations, you just stay quiet. Just toe the line. And you'll have all your dreams come true. There you go. Thank you for saying that. Then she wrote, which is why in 2023 to 2024, I spoke out against black on white crime. She exposed her grift. Then she said, I felt a darkness in my soul and the urge to speak out in fear that if someone black didn't say something, a retaliation would affect black conservatives. She wanted to be y'all's voice. Right. No, Cody, we don't block the truth. We let everybody get off. When you say something stupid, we block you. That's how we do it. And we're not liberals here. See, if I was wearing a MAGA hat and talking like this, y'all would be loving on me. But I would be losing myself. And if I was a liberal talking like this, them Democrats would be over here throwing me money. I might even have gotten talking to Joe Biden. I would have cursed him out for saying what he said about black people. Multiple times. But I didn't sell out. I gave everybody the smoke. And my YouTube numbers still go up. All blessings to everybody that's been here. Thank y'all. Now, look at what she said underneath. Got called coons Well, you would be a coon, but I get it. And slandered, but I knew if we don't speak, they won't understand. Some of us don't condone it. Some of us. Look, she says she doesn't agree. She says, I don't agree. A shift has definitely happened, and I don't feel the unity at all. Okay. She said, I'm basing this on my page's engagement and interactions, which you do not have access to my analytics. God bless you. Someone asked why. I said, look, she said, look at my page and the engagement since the Carlos Brown deleted that woman. It's almost like people want nothing to do with me, even though I would never hurt a white person like that. Motherfucker. Look at her. Humiliation ritual on X. This is why I keep telling y'all I'm never going to delete this app. Never. It is a source of content and comedy. She out there praising white folk, so white folk come back to her page. Because we know without talking about black folks or white people engaging in whatever stupid bullshit she puts up, her page is dry. Like her edges and that bad weave she got on. So, you know me, considering I'm Caribbean, I know y'all Black American, y'all don't subscribe to this. You turn your back. Being Caribbean, I had to, just offer a little bit of advice to the chick and explain it to her. Because maybe, Black American vernacular is a little tough to comprehend and learn and ingratiate yourself with if you're not around Black Americans for your entire life. So I had to tell her straight up. I had to sound not as a Black American with the vernacular. I had to sound as a Black American that is intelligent. But I'm Caribbean, so I had to sound like a Caribbean person that's intelligent. So I said, you all are useful idiots. You are tolerated because you regurgitate white conservative talking points while you all move as white liberals. Excuse me. Most of you deviate from your grifts, which call into question your loyalty and end up getting turned on by your audiences, which we have seen multiple times. We can run down the list of everybody that's been a Black conservative or is a Black conservative, and they went through this. Number 2. Every single one of them deviated from the grift, and people said, this ain't what I came over here for, because I thought you were one of the good Negroes. So I might have to unsubscribe. I might have to leave. And then they have to scramble and try to change and go back to the grift. It's going to take a little while. Everybody's different. And then they come back and like, okay, it was just a hang up. It was just a little bump in the road. Every time. Shakira Soul, the ghetto gagger, just figured out that even in the way she purports herself, they still think of her as part of the one big Negro. I'm sure when they finally kick her to the curb, she's going to put out a whole thread of DMs she was getting from white people who were saying how much they just wanted to screw her. They didn't care about what she was talking about. And I'm sure when they kick her to the curb, they're going to be all over Twitter putting up her ghetto gagger video that she's going to love to claim, saying that wasn't her. Even though people did investigations and found out that was you. But again, MAG is so tolerant, right? They love you, but it won't touch your page. They saw past your words and only saw your skin color. Again, I ask, why was Candace Owens not invited to the memorial? They invited C.J. Pearson, though. Oh, yes, they did. Oh, yes, they did.
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder.
Didn't know they let black guys into Nazi rallies. Boy, when the GOP get their ass kicked next year, boy, and they fire you from the young GOP chair, boy, they put a nice Charlie Kirk looking white person in a suit there, boy. Woo! I know you're going to call Christian Walker and see if you could do a double team or something. I know. That's crazy. I wonder if he got this suit from that website. That's crazy. That is crazy. I didn't call it a Nazi rally. He did. Just like Destiny called it a Nazi rally. This was at Charlie Kirk thing in Arizona yesterday. This was supposed to be the social event of the year, boy. Fox News didn't even cover it. Let me look. I shouldn't say that because I didn't look. Let me see if Fox News covered it yesterday. I'm surprised they didn't live stream it. They should live stream it on C-SPAN. There you go. There you go. That's what I like. They still have to look. They still have to bring up Jasmine Crockett. Where's the coverage of Charlie Kirk? Former Biden aide exposes White House cult nastiest people I've ever encountered. Yes. That's every administration. Yes. That is beautiful. Look, they're still talking about it. Look. That's crazy. You think so, GDS? This might be the week they pissed off with him. Let me see what that live stream looked like. Let me look. That should still be. No, I'm not logged in. Fuck me. Oh, I'm still logged in. Nice.
Voted no. His rhetoric and beliefs were ignorant, uneducated, and sought to disenfranchise millions of Americans.
Look at A-Lo. Not J-Lo, A-Lo. Go ahead, AOC. Go ahead.
Far from the working tirelessly to promote unity, unquote, asserted by the majority in this resolution.
I ain't gonna hold you. I think she's going into a refrigerator arc. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Republicans criticized Democrats who failed to honor Kirk. There's a push on Capitol Hill to settle disagreements with words, not violence.
If you can't decide your disputes via debate, the alternative is frightening, and we never want to get there. So let's make your best argument, make your best case, get your best hold, have the debate, but let's settle disputes that way, not any other way. Charlie believed that.
No, he didn't.
Congress.
No, he didn't. He said he wanted transgenders to be dealt with like they did in the 50s and 60s. Huh? That's not very Christ-like.
Is now scheduled to meet this week. That serves as a safety valve. Bipartisan congressional leaders hope the recess helps lower the temperature on Capitol after the assassination of Kirk. Dana?
All right, Chad, thank you so much. And for more on this, Kayleigh McEnany, she's host of Saturday in America and co-host of Outnumbered.
Y'all disrespect God. How did y'all disrespect God? Ain't it evil to live backwards? Let me bring that backwards. I need y'all to grasp it. Ain't it evil?
That's nasty work. That's nasty. Sure, he came and look at evil, boy. Nice. Where is that clip? What the fuck? Why would y'all do that to his wife? That's crazy. Y'all out of line.
are sick. And
Yeah.
I don't say that lightly. The NCAA is a perverted organization. They platformed a biological male who won a national championship and then was allowed in incredibly disturbing detail to be around you and your fellow competitors. And again, I blame the decline of American men. This never should have been, someone should have just took care of it the way we used to take care of things in the 1950s.
Wrong, Chilla. This is not how you bring people to Jesus. This is not how you bring people to the kingdom of God. What they just pulled yesterday is the reason why you're going to have another flood type situation, another plague being brought on to the world. Because y'all keep playing with this Lord Jesus Christ, and y'all keep playing with the Most High's names. Because you all want to look righteous. You guys are wicked. Fine, you want me to act like a black radical? Cool. Why do you think all this shit is happening to y'all now? Y'all love talking about black on black crime so much. I find it funny the last 2 weeks, everybody was just talking about the other one, the white on white crime. It's funny. Y'all love bringing up, how come nobody brought up Chicago's numbers today? I'm sure Chicago, because it's Chicago, they were out there blasting each other. Should be like what? We should have like 600,000 bullets on the street. They still cleaning it up, by the way. We should have 1,000 people shot, the way y'all tell it. And we should have about 346 people dead in one weekend. And it ain't even a holiday weekend, because we know the holiday weekend, their numbers go up. Where are these numbers? But the past 2 weeks, I've seen nothing but folk on y'all side taking out folk on your side. And everybody want to avoid the conversation. But y'all tell us you want to heal the nation. Be here tomorrow, 2 o'clock. I'm sorry, 3 o'clock. We gonna get some solutions. We gonna help y'all. Because that's what black folks do. We help.
Or 60s, but
like we help, like the black Americans helped y'all have an existence in the Western world. Y'all don't want to hear me.
But as you have testosterone rates go down and men start acting like women and they don't do anything, then
all week, shit, it's been all month.
But there are a lot of sick people in the world, unfortunately.
Without
the strength to go against them, the country's going to completely. These people are sick. And I don't say that lightly. The NCAA is a perverted organization. They platformed a biological male who won a national championship and then was allowed in incredibly disturbing detail to be around you and your fellow competitors. And again, I blame the decline of American men. This never should have been, someone should have just took care of it the way we used to take care of things in the 1950s or 60s. But
you're advocating for gang warfare against people who live a different lifestyle than you. That's crazy. But y'all want to run around and tell everybody how Christians were being persecuted for their beliefs. Yeah, the pendulum swings both ways, but you don't like it when the pendulum is about to cut your throat. Nasty work. For those who don't know, Charlie Kirk went to colleges because that was the safest place he could have a debate at. Since we have to explain this to y'all because y'all don't get it. For as much as he wanted to say how colleges were woke and he put out a whole website talking about watch out for these teachers, that was the safest place in America for him to have these debates. Because we saw how he went into a public forum and got out of pocket with old Chunk Yogurt because he asked him a question. Talking about you want to go outside. It's interesting how that works out, right? The wokest place is always seemed to be the safest. Say less. No, sir, because I could no, Michael, because you can also go debate at your local community center. You could debate on the street. Hell, you could go debate in your favorite restaurant. Charlie went to these colleges because A, they have their own police force, B, they have their own security, and C, he knew nobody was going to touch him. Just like, hell, Steven Crowder admitted it the other day on Piers Morgan. Nobody touched him at those debates, but they fucked up his shit. Never got touched. But if Charlie Kirk or Steven Crowder or any one of them other white supremacists would have went on the street and talked like they were talking, boom. They might have not got out of there with their life. Because them college kids had something to live for, and they had something that they had riding on. And that was their education, and either theirs or their parents' money. You ain't finna tell somebody on the street that you need to follow my words and think you're gonna get an amicable resolution out of that. That's why he never debated real adults. Because he knew he'd get cooked. Turning Point USA was an indoctrination factory. Every think tank you could think of, indoctrination. Every single one. And you fools sat up there and listened to those words, and you can't even tell what real life is from a psyop. The only difference is Charlie knew that you idiots were going to follow a perverted word of Christ to make his bullshit sound correct. And he preyed on that. And all his people who worked for him or who were aligned with him preyed on that. And I'm not talking about P-R-A-Y. I'm talking about P-R-E-Y with the E-D at the end. They preyed on your desperation. God does not tell you to be desperate in front of him. He tells you to come see him at your moment of humility. But again, y'all let a false prophet lead you into destruction. Just like y'all voted last year, you voted for your own destruction because you were desperate. If you were humbled, you wouldn't have voted for anyone that was on that ballot. You would have said, we need a change. Everybody got to go. But that's okay. Maybe you'll do it next year. Maybe. Maybe. This is the type of people you let in your movement. These are the type of people. People that are this outwardly blasphemous. You mocked one of the quintessential parts of this universe and this reality. You had somebody in there mocking it. But let one of them do a crucifixion on TV, you ready to call up the FCC to get their license pulled. But y'all allowed this. Tell me something. Y'all love Jesus, right? Y'all love him so much. How come Passion of the Christ never got played on network TV? Y'all don't want to talk to me. And it's been 20 years. Never once. None of them channels ever said, none of y'all ever came outside and said, put Passion of the Christ on network TV so everybody could watch it. That should be in rotation. Every year, like y'all play all them Christmas movies every year. That's not in there. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Y'all don't give a What was that? What was that? What was that other movie? The one with Moses in them. I keep forgetting the name. They don't even play that no more. And y'all bypassed it. Oh, look here. Look, JB2. Let him go play that Mel Gibson interview from 99. Woof. I'm talking about listen to the whole thing. I don't f with Mel Gibson like that, but goddamn. You talking about everybody. By the way, they voted for a man who stole a tagline from another president and think he made up with it, and he just monetized it and think that's okay. They're nothing but Reagan people. Nothing but Reagan people. Y'all watching trickle down economics and y'all got it dressed up like tariffs. And y'all cool with it. Nasty, nasty. Wonderful. Yes, Obama was a lawyer. Great. What's your point? Obama was a lawyer. Wonderful. Whoever watched NYPD Blue, put a one in the chat if you ever watched that. There was a particular episode where what's his name? The black dude that played who did the voice of Static Shock. It's like Phil Lamar. He was playing some gay druggie or something. And he stole this Italian boy's crucifix after he stabbed him up. And Sipowicz had to like break him down and show him like, listen, we screwed up and we caused you to go free the day before. But the fact you took that boy's crucifix and you were blatant about it, that's when God said enough is enough. And I gotta step in. And this is the reason why I'm sitting here talking to you right now instead of you being free. I'm paraphrasing what the scene was. And Phil Lamar's character finally had to have his moment of humility and explain why he did what he did. MAGA, y'all moment of humility is coming very soon. And it's called November 3rd of 2026. When they do the documentaries and the movies about the MAGA movement and how quickly it rose to how quickly it fell, they're going to have things like this in it. They're going to have things in there like this. Idolatry don't work. Being fake doesn't work. There's a reason why people are turning on you. That's why people in your own ranks are starting to question things. There's a reason why y'all feel like victims all of a sudden. Your Lord Jesus Christ is trying to humble you. And using his name, trying to turn back to Christianity, is not going to save you.
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder?
Your president plays in God's face every day. But because he told you he was a Protestant, y'all let it slide. Y'all better crack that Bible open and realize that everything you think you know, you don't know a damn thing about it. And that's coming from somebody who grew up in a Christian home and is agnostic. Y'all better stop. That entity that created all of us and gave our predecessors the willpower to make sure that we can come into existence, they're giving you messages. You better stop. Because he knows who gives their life over to him that are doing it righteously and those who are doing it for a photo op. This was a photo op. This was a photo op. This was a humiliation ritual. I muted Charlie Kirk's name. My timeline is dry as fuck. And I'm glad for it. Oh, yeah. You're correct, Nightfall Drop. You got all these false prophet assholes right here. These purveyors of truth. They talk about they don't want to divide, and here they go dividing. And y'all still haven't picked this up. Talking about black on black crime in this country is a divider. Talking about white on white crime is a unifier. Y'all don't want to hear me. Look, even y'all's hardcore white supremacists, they're starting to ask questions. And Michael Savage usually toes the line. He's asking questions. You know you in trouble when you have the racist Michael Savage asking questions.
Disrespect God. How did y'all disrespect God? Ain't it evil to live backwards? Let me bring that backwards. I need y'all to grasp it. Ain't it?
Bastard who shot Charlie. So we saw a video of a person jumping off the roof. It looked very legitimate to me. However, there was no rifle in his hand. Now,
Nene, I had something else I was going to call it, but I don't want you to take the live down.
the Mauser does not break down very easily, incidentally, for those of you who know weapons. Something's...
Just remember, family, these are the same group of folk who tell you they love them police, but then want a cop thrown in jail because they stopped somebody from going forward in the Capitol building that their tax dollars paid for. That man stopped evil, and y'all are pissed off at him because of... Never mind.
is wrong with the whole thing. They're trying to claim he removed the barrel from the Mauser and fit the receiver and stock in his backpack and barrel in his pants leg all in 2 seconds.
Triple S Wimsley. Nick Fuentes took the check. I don't know how recent you've seen his stuff. He took the check. People been calling him a government op. He just finally confirmed it. They're trying to anoint him as the new one, the new Charlie Kirk. And the second he got out of line, you know what happened to him the last 2 times. The third time, it's going to be permanent. He don't live righteous.
it is not easy to remove a Mauser barrel or index it after reinstalling and remain accurate. We are not hearing or seeing reality. And by the way, the photo of the rifle allegedly left in the woods.
What do I say to the black people that agree with Nick? The pendulum swings both ways. You can agree with him all you want. That's just one person. The rest of the world don't think like that. That's why Nick is trying desperately to get on network TV. He's trying to get on cable TV. That's his goal. He wants to be on Fox News by the midterms next year. I'm going to warn y'all now. The day he gets on there, you'll know. He bent over. He's going to go on TV, and then all of a sudden, he's going to say, all these banks all of a sudden said, you know what, we reviewed your case, and we're going to uplift it. You get to go have your bank accounts reestablished, your third-party apps reestablished. You can go make real money again. And he'll still come out with a hateful message, but it ain't going to hit as it used to. And this is something the Black Authority said last night, but it's also something that we've all been saying for years. He's controlled opposition. And it also goes to what I've been telling people on this channel. If they give you your intellectual thought leaders, you better question it. They gave y'all Nick Fuentes. He never grew organically. He even admitted it. He was around them them lily white young conservatives, and he fell out with them because he thought his rhetoric was the established norm, and it didn't work. They wasn't with that. Even they say you were a little too far for us. The same man who tells you that black people are these savages and whatever, and black women are stupid, yet he goes down to Fresh and Fit and hugs up with black women. But he want to tell you that he wants a woman that looks like him so he can marry her. The boy's a hypocrite. And you can tell him I said that. And the boy dumb. The boy told everybody there was no written language in sub-Saharan Africa before Europe got there. And we fact-checked him in real time. The boy don't know what he's talking about, but his words, like Kai Cenat in them, because they got big platforms, it sounds right. Never judge a person's words by the crowd they turn out.
Has the barrel installed, so we're supposed to believe a guy is on the run after killing Charlie Kirk, and he pauses in the woods to reinstall a barrel, and then he leaves it for us to find, the FBI to find. I don't believe it will.
Well, Rob Moore, I hope she says that when they put her back on the plane to Port-au-Prince.
Part of it. I shouldn't do this. I know I'm putting myself at risk, but I can't take it anymore. I can't take the bullshit from this fucking government. It's lying to us.
Woo! I love how he's saying that because he ain't got no radio show no more on some big conglomerate like Clear Channel. Go ahead, Michael Savage. Keep going.
Something's wrong. Something's so wrong. It's sickening. Look at this idiot. They found the rifle and they're getting the prints. Are you stupid? Are you that stupid?
Mm-hmm.
Are you that dumb? The man jumps off the roof. There's no rifle there. Oh, it's in his backpack. I just told you, moron, that this rifle doesn't break down that easily.
They went and said this was a war. What did they say? A World War II rifle now? Charlie Kirk got done in by a musket and a bayonet. Are you insane? What was that gun? The T911 or some shit? I forgot that gun, that submachine gun they had back then. That's
And then it's
crazy.
supposed to be reassembled while he's on the run. Wait, I'll stop now. And reassemble it and leave it in the woods in a box, wrapped in a towel. He left breadcrumb.
Or was a Mauser? Y'all know what I'm about to do, right? Because I ain't shit. I'm a pop culture motherfucker. Y'all know what I'm finna do. Was it one of these? Did we go and transform back into one of these? It was a Mauser. Oh, God. Nah, let me guess, this joke didn't land. It was one of the Mausers. Some say he had Krang making the weapons. Leave Krang out of this. Krang got enough, all right? Krang got outed as being the outcast from an alien race. Leave that man alone. You know how hard it was to build that body. Leave it alone. Hey, GDS, we could blame Baxter Stockman. He's a black man now. It's Tyler Perry. Oh, no.
Oh, and the trans stuff on the cartridges. Bullshit. Something is wrong with this whole fucking picture. I am persona non grata in this White House. I will.
He said it. I told you. Never deviate from your grift.
Tell you right now, I flew with Donald Trump.
Now, Darth V, shout out to you for the fugitive reference. So you saying it was Sykes that did it? Y'all better go find that Chicago train he on and send Kimball over there to go get him. Before he go find it was Dr. Nichols. You know Cosmo and them need help. Remember, Tommy Lee Jones said, after he said, I ain't killed my wife, he said, I don't care. That's how the government act. That movie should have told you everything, family. The Fugitive. The government don't care if you did it or not. They just want their man.
In Air Force One, I consider him close to me.
Who's that?
I have not been able to get near him since this administration took hold.
I'm sure they're getting donations. I'm sure. Remember, the nonprofit is getting donations, but the nonprofit also made $81 million last year. I'm just saying. They're using Jesus' name. Look. These are the only people that tell you God said any little thing will work. Look. They ain't even got no button for $5. They had to start at $100. Let me look. Look at that. They put the red. They put the 5 in red. Ain't that a son of a bitch? $5. Let me see if I can put a penny. Let me look. Let me see how many zeros I can put. Oh, that's it? Let me see if he'll take it. Shit. Please enter an amount of at least $3. They wouldn't even take $1. That's crazy. That is actual crazy. Look, you can't even donate $1. That's insane. No, Miss Nisi, you could put that. Your minimum is $3. So a Jamaican beef patty. Can I send them the Jamaican beef patty? I got like 3 in the fridge right now. Can I send them that as a donation? They open it up like, oh, what is this? It's in a box. And it's a Jamaican beef patty. No instructions how to warm it up. No. Wallow J, it says $3. That's the minimum. I can't do $2. Look, we can't do $2. No, cocoa bread is $1. Maybe 50 cents. Maybe 50 cents. And you said cheese. Now, see, that's blasphemous right there. We don't put real Jamaicans. You know what? You nouveau Jamaicans, boy, and you people that love Jamaican food, and y'all put cheese in a beef patty. I'm ashamed of y'all. You don't need no cheese. I feel that's like back in the day when I grew up, and them Spanish bodegas would put they would like cut it open, and I saw somebody put lettuce and tomato in it. My heart hurt. Or them pizzerias would put cheese and pepperoni in it. My heart hurt. Wallow J, you about to get blocked. I just told you. It said at least $3, not $2.99. Remember, these are Christians. They know when they hear the offering plate rattle. They will do forensics. Look. Give any amount and receive a We Are Charlie Kirk wristband. He's better as a symbol than a human being. I am not Charlie Kirk. I am DMX. And I am Iron Man. The fuck? And then pizzerias had the nerve to charge $3 for cheese and pepperoni. Why would I want mozzarella and pepperoni on top of beef? With a crust that has curry powder in it. You mother scuns. I was going to say something wrong again, but the Lord looking out for me. Because there was going to be a joke about Italy and North Africa. I'm going to be quiet. Who good, Evan? Go be around those successful, stupid ass professionals that you're with. Have fun. The fuck? Like a chick. Damn it. I thought that was AJ Styles for a minute. Cultural apothecary. Race war. Race war. They stole this from TBA. Somebody go show TBA this. Race war. And they put the black betrayal. Lord have mercy. The black the black betrayal. No, we went over 800 while OJ. I saw it. One time it was at 813. But when I started talking at Jesus, they ran, boy. Are you serious? Y'all can't be serious. I might have to put this on the docket. We might have. How long is this thing? I was only 32. Oh, we might have to cover this. Wait, and it's free too? Whew. Okay. One more again.
Disrespect God. How did y'all disrespect God? Ain't it evil to live backwards?
This is evil. Look at this. You can. How much y'all want to bet if I put this $3, right? I'm gonna get charged tax. I ain't finna give you my address. Screw you. All right, this is what we gonna do. I want to see something. I want to see if they gonna charge me tax. Let me look. Hold on. Address. You know, 123 Bloodflower Lane. Into your city. Orem, Utah. Let me look. Oh, they actually don't charge you tax. That's what's up. Look, amplify your gift. Help cover the 38-cent estimated processing fee so more of your donation goes to. So they do charge you tax. That's crazy. So it's $3.38 for $3. I tell you, they money laundering allegedly. Now we know why Black MAGA wasn't invited to speak, because they don't give a about Black MAGA. Black MAGA, wait a minute. Speaking of Black MAGA, them fools up in Chicago that was sitting there shilling for Trump, they pissed off right now that he ain't sending them troops up to Chicago. They went to Minnesota. They was in the car real contrite. They was trying to explain it. I keep telling y'all, if Chicago, how Chicago goes the rest of the nation. They know better. They know the people are going to revolt. And they were going to look crazy on national news coverage watching the National Guard leaving the west and the south side because the people said, y'all not coming in here to make us look bad. Nope. And that would have killed every other plan he had for every other city. No, I'm not talking about Memphis. I'm talking about Chicago. He pivoted to Memphis from Chicago. Trump knows better about Chicago. He knows. Remember, he has a whole hotel there. I think it's on State Street. They will drop that bitch in the ocean. Right there. I know it's a river. I'm just saying. They'll find that motherfucker floating in one of the Great Lakes. Chicago does not play. They're fiercely loyal to their city. And they love law and order. But there's one thing you're going to do. You ain't going to come inside and try to make them look bad. Nope. They will drop that motherfucker right into one of them rivers while they eating Harold's chicken. And they won't care. They already don't like him up there in that city. You try to bring their troops up in there? That's why he needs the crime bill. Look at this. Better is a symbol than a human. Look at his movements. Look. Look at this. More children. Jesus. Charlie Kirk's memorial just made American history with over 300,000 attending. Look at this. Now they're doing per capita on a memorial. Fam, I want y'all to understand what they're doing now. Let me blow this up, and then I gotta go. They are trying to per capita memorials now. Are y'all insane? I repeat, they are trying to per capita memorials now. Yes, Wild J. I saw Forgiato blow saying the N word with that in that video. I did. And he think because he half black he can get away with it. Okay. Go to them black neighborhoods and play that song and see what happens. I say again, third time, they are trying to per capita memorials now. And they wonder why.
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder?
Unbelievable. If y'all so tough, why did you need to be behind bulletproof glass? But y'all so tough. I thought you walked with the blood of Christ in your soul. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Why did you have to use bulletproof glass, a man-made contraption? Remember, y'all told us last summer, not the one that just passed, the one last year, that it was a miracle that Trump survived that because God was looking out for him. He should have been gangster with it and say, before I go out and I go talk, I want this glass down. Put the glass down. He'd have got a 5-minute standing ovation. I don't need no fucking glass. Charlie talks. He didn't need no glass. I don't need it. Why didn't he do that?
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder?
Yeah, okay, Piers. Yeah, you know who else's voice did all this? Resonated louder or more powerfully around America or the world? Amazing Lucas. And you know, he be flip-flopping a lot. But shout out to him for standing tall on I'm not going to come up here and kiss ass. Look, they out there. They hate Tucker Carlson, but he up there talking and they let it ride. I told you. Look, see? So this fake ass reverend is comparing Charlie Kirk to MLK because he had a memorial. Nothing that he said was on par with MLK. He couldn't produce one thing. He is going now to how many people came outside. Okay, let's help you, sir, since you forgot. Before MLK died, people were turning on him. That's one. Number two, what y'all saw in them videos was not a memorial. That was a MAGA rally. Oh, I know it. He got cooked. How you a reverend you get cooked by Charleston White? That coon. So two coons were fighting and you the coon that lost. That's crazy. And by the way, white folk turned on Charleston White. There you go. Because they never got his trolling. But they got it, but they didn't get it. I'm surprised they ain't come out with a Make America Charlie Again hat. I'm surprised they ain't come out with that yet. It's probably on the way. Look. Greg Gutfeld really think he's smart. Okay, let me help you, Greg, you idiot. If MLK died in 2025, Fox News would be covering this too. Oops. Let me help you, Greg. Since you media, you don't realize this. When Trump transitions, yeah, CNN and MSNBC and all them lefties, they're going to be covering it too because it's money. There's no money in playing Charlie Kirk's memorial on TV. That's why they didn't play it. Okay, let me explain it again to this dickhead. Hey, dickhead, your own stupid ass network, Fox. It was football day yesterday. Since I got to explain it before we go, family, let me help you. Charlie Kirk was so irrelevant that the NFL didn't do any tributes to him yesterday. Oops. Now, you figure they would have done it 2 weeks in a row, especially if y'all were going to memorialize him yesterday. They didn't do it. They figured, okay, we do it the week before, get it up out the way. Let's get back to this football. Oops. Maybe you haven't figured out that this whole world is about trends. He was the trend last week. Now he's going to be forgotten until next September 10th. When the memes are going to be really disrespectful because people are going to have a year to think about what they're going to put up that day. Just like it might be disrespectful on the 14th when y'all are going to be like, hey, you know what? Today is Remember Charlie Kirk Day, not some drug addicted person who OD'd on fentanyl. Oh, okay. Most of us didn't even know George Floyd's birthday was on October 14th. Cool. You want to see some disrespect? That's what you invited. You wait. That day is going to be horrible for y'all. And y'all going to come outside crying. Watch what I tell you. You think Fox and CBS and NBC were going to carry that when you have football? Football. You should have did it on Saturday, but you still would have lost because it's college football day. Let me tell you what the hierarchy of America is. It ain't God, family, country, you conservative idiots. It's the nation, family, and football. The new American pastime. Why ain't your baseball stadiums, who were in full attendance yesterday all over the country, why didn't they do a stop? It's a 7-inning stretch. Instead of doing that, let's honor Charlie Kirk. Nope. They didn't do that. And we know damn well the WNBA wasn't going to do it. They played yesterday. They weren't going to do it. No golfers wore Charlie Kirk stuff. None of them. Sucks. Greg Gutfeld's not a smart man. But we understand it. Look at this. See? What did we tell you?
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder?
If y'all don't think this was a cult, boy, in a cult meeting or a MAGA rally, I don't know what to tell you. You don't know what it looked like. And them Democrats ain't no different. Look at this. They can't even give themselves a moment with the Lord Jesus Christ. They have to film it. These motherfuckers, they would see Christ come back on earth and they would ask him for a selfie before they would ask for forgiveness. That's insane. I'm going to say it again. These fools these type of blasphemers, the Lord Jesus Christ could put his sandals on the ground tomorrow and have all his children line up ready for him to forgive their sins, and they're going to ask for a selfie first before they ask for forgiveness. MAGA be the type to go up to and find out that it's really Jesus, be like, oh shit, what's up, Jesus? You would curse right in front of this man. Oh, we know. That's why I'm trying to keep it white from, but we know if it was a black person, the first person in line try to lynch him. We know. Saying he a blasphemer, this is not a real God. He cosplayed. Just so they can have a social media video that'll get about 1 billion views. We crucified Jesus again. He went full savior of the West without holding anything back. You keep going. Keep going. Look, they couldn't even get Trump a decent chair. They gave him a WWE folding chair. That's crazy. In a skybox. Oh, Lord. See? See what I mean? Well, these are going to be the same accounts on October 14th and next September 10th when this man gets violated. Especially with the advent of AI, and they're going to be in there crying. Anyway, y'all. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, I've done my job. If not, I try to be better next time. We will see y'all tomorrow for that white on white crime discussion. We know they're going to be upset. Because we got some solutions to help them. But anyway, enjoy the start of your week. Be productive. Be safe. Love on your spouses or your girlfriends. Make babies. And lead righteous lives. The turn is shifting. Our time to rise up is starting. It's very slow. We're still cranking the motor, but we're almost there. We're almost there. We did our spiritual oil change already. They just didn't see it yet because we did it ourselves. We didn't go to somebody to do it. Y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.